Hey, Algebra 1 students. I'm sorry I'm not here right before your test to review things. We will be able to go over any last minute questions before tomorrow's test when I actually am here tomorrow. But for now, check the videos for the answer key for the test's reviews. You should be able to look up every single question and at least hear an explanation of how it's done. Again, if you have questions, flag them. We'll go over them tomorrow. Also, today I wanted to make sure we went through your quiz from last week. So it's already scored, it's already in Skyward, and if you go to Edulastic, if you click on reports, I believe is what it's called, it looks like a pie graph, I think, on the left side of your page, you'll be able to see how you personally did, which questions you missed, what you answered, and it should show you the right answer as well. However, I'm going through the right answers in these videos. I say videos, I'm assuming I'll do more than one just so this one's not like 18 hours long. Not that it would be that long, but still. So it's not one gigantic video. But basically what I would have done in class, I'm just going to be doing with a video with you guys. So this first one, I'm starting on the quiz. Again, you can pause this and go pull up Edulastic so that you can see each question. And if you realize, hey, I didn't miss 1, 2, and 3, maybe fast forward through the video and not, unless you need the reminder, by all means. I'm not going to say don't listen to this, but definitely make sure you're looking at the ones that you specifically missed because that would be helpful for you personally. So for number 1 off of this quiz, it says that I have the system of equations below and I have the graph. I want to figure out the solution of the system. So as a reminder, the solution is the point at which the lines intersect, the point that is true for both the equations. I'm about to be interrupted by kids. Sorry about that. Anyway, that is the location where they cross. So all you needed to do was figure out what are the coordinates of this spot on my graph. So since that point is to the left, that is the first thing I need to identify. How far to the left does it move? So specifically, it's gone to the left 3 spots from the origin. And then from there, it went up 2, so the y coordinate would be a 2. And we always say x coordinate first and then the y coordinates. So you should have told me the value of the x is -3. The value of y is 2. And then, since it was a negative and then a positive, that is quadrant 2. As a reminder, counterclockwise, starting where it's all positive, and then you work your way counterclockwise around the graph. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So that was number 1. Now, several people were telling me, I'm pretty sure, like, y-intercepts, and there's all kinds of, I'm not entirely sure where the numbers came from, but again, the solution is the point that's true for both. It's the point that they have in common. So you're supposed to find that point that they have in common, but now I'm asking you to use the elimination method. So I know you had to do this on the Mathias if you got to that practice. What's really nice about this one is since elimination requires you to have additive inverses, we already have it for this one. I see that the x term is an 8 for one of my equations and a -8 for the other equation, which means, you can rearrange it to solve for y first if you really want to, but I am saying, hey, look, I'm able to go ahead and add these things together because 8x plus -8x is just 0x. They have eliminated. So I will go ahead and add together my other terms. So -3y plus -8y is -11y. 2 plus -24 is -22. And then when I divide both sides by -11, I find a y coordinate of 2. So the value of y is a 2. But then I ask for the value of x. So since I know what y is, I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to choose the top equation because it has fewer negatives in it. So I'm going to rewrite the top equation, which, by the way, you should definitely be using a piece of paper as you are working on this quiz or tomorrow's test. Because, I'm really good at math, and this would be tricky for me to do entirely in my head. So I don't expect you to try and do this in your head without paper. So you should end up being able to solve for x being 1 if the y value is 2. And since those are both positive, that would have been a quadrant 1 solution if I had asked. So number 3 asks still for a solution, but now I'm forcing you to use substitution. Remember, substitution is if you know what one variable equals, which I do. This whole variable of y is just going to be a -3x plus 10. So in my second equation, I'm going to substitute in for a y, make sure I use parentheses, and anytime I see this y, I'm just going to write the -3x plus 10. So I'm going to write 5x plus 5y equals 0. But again, I won't be writing the y in parentheses. I will write what y is equal to. So I'm just plugging this in for y. And then I have to solve all the stuff that's left. So I will leave the 5x alone, but now I'll have negative 15x plus 50 equals 0. So then negative 10x, when I combine my like terms, I will use the subtraction property of equality to move that 50 to the other side, and then the division property of equality to find x is 5. I kind of ran out of space to show all my work. So that's what x is, and I want to know what does y equal. Since I want to know what y equals, I'm going to use the equation that's ready to tell me y equals. So I'm just going to write 3x plus 10, and instead of an x, I know x is 5. So I'm just going to combine my like terms. I'm going to multiply first, and then combine them, and I believe I should get negative 5. So 5, negative 5. So to make sure this video doesn't take me 8 hours to upload, I'm going to pause it here, and then the next video will pick up on question 4 off of your quiz.